everyone. We would like to welcome you to our Spark session tonight. We are so excited to have you. We're going to do a little Scentsy story, a walk down memory lane. We're going to talk about where we see the business at today, kind of look towards the future, and go through all the things. So before we jump in and get started, we have a special guest here, Colette Gunnell. She's amazing to join us tonight. And then we also have Julia Baldwin, and she is in New Mexico. Colette and I are in Utah. So we are so happy that you decided to join us and spend some time with us in this Spark session. So first, I'm gonna. Oh yes, thank you, Colette.
This part too.
Oh, that's the most important part, Colette. It's a happy birthday to Scentsy, 22 years. So that leads right into our next part. I just want everyone to share when they signed up with Scentsy. Just so you know that as we start sharing things in our walk down memory lane, we've been around for a while. My name is Nicole Ferland. I'm a superstar director in Utah, and I signed up on March 14th of 2005. So 21 years in, and have loved every minute of it. So Colette?
So awesome. I'm also Superstar Director, Utah. And I officially joined in October of 2004 as a consultant, but I'm also one of the original co-founders that started Scentsy, and then Orville and Heidi bought from us. And it's been such an amazing journey. So fun. So happy birthday, Scentsy. I just can't believe it's been 22 years. So awesome.
No, definitely not. And Julia?
So I joined August 8th, 2005. So I'm also, I say 21 years, but I get to do my 20-year walk today because I just missed that cutoff. So yeah, and I started in Texas, and about 18 years in, moved to a new state. So presented some opportunities and challenges with that. So.
Absolutely. Okay, well, we are so excited that you're here with us tonight, and we are going to watch the new Scentsy story. I don't know if you've had a chance to watch it. It's absolutely wonderful. And then we'll come on and kind of chat and walk down memory lane, give you some experience from the very beginning, some things that stand out to us on the journey. So Julia is going to share her screen, because I can't. So thank you, Julia.
Yep, hang on 1 second. It's trying to start without me.
It was so fun when they came out with this video. I think it was last week. But just to see what humble beginnings Scentsy came from. So I'm excited for this video because it really shows how much love went.
Yes.
And still goes.
And dedication. And yes.
From the whole entire Thompson family. They are incredible, and they still love Scentsy. It's so fun.
Yes. We have so much to share.
We do. I know. That's so exciting.
Keep talking. I'm trying to find that green button that's supposed to say share my screen.
We feel so much better. So yes, as Colette was saying, the video is incredible, and the thing that I loved so much about the video is seeing the pictures from the beginning, but then also hearing from Owen and Emma and Grace today, and listening to their parts that they have with Scentsy now, their roles. So
true.
I think we're ready.
Okay, do it. Perfect. Let's jump in. Oh, we don't have any sound, Julia.
Sorry, what?
I don't have any sound on my end.
I don't know, it used to. I don't know if that's happening.
It's funny because it's so loud for me.
There it goes.
Think that when people hear that Scentsy started on a sheep farm, they think of something like New Zealand, big spread, or like we're a bunch of like multi-generational sheep farmers from eastern Idaho. But it was actually just, we had this 2 acre.
So you couldn't hear any of that?
Yes, we could, but it keeps cutting out.
That I do not know because it's not muted and
Okay, well,
it does have closed captions.
okay. Yes, it does. And I'm not sure if anybody can hear it on their end, if they can give us a sign or. Okay, let's just do the closed.
2.5 acres.
Okay.
Yeah, so when we first picked up the stuff from Karen and went down to Utah.
May 1st, 2004,
Yeah.
we brought it home to this container. And I remember thinking, I hope Karen that never comes.
Yeah.
See where we brought their baby, you know. You met Karen at one of your other fairs and shows.
Yeah, I was selling products and at the home show in Salt Lake, and when I met them, and they had started the business just a few months before. But that was 2004 when we met, March of 2004. At the end of 2003, we hit a really tough spot where we were down to about $20,000 of cash and credit, but our debt was piled up. So we owed about $1.1 million worth of loans with an average interest rate of 20%, maybe more. I mean, I watched my dad lose a business and work for 10 years to pay off debts instead of going bankrupt. And I just couldn't face my dad if I went bankrupt.
Being $700,000 in debt and seeing this really as our only way to, dig out. And we could see how others were excited about the product as much as we were when we saw it. And so that was the motivation. Because there were others that we now were helping. And if we gave up, then we were letting a bunch of people down. Our kids played here, slept here, ate here. Yeah, they did everything. And so our kids had a different growing up than a lot of other kids. My name is Grace Ray.
My name is Owen Thompson.
I am Emma Bench. I feel like the way that my parents approached Scentsy was very much it is our family thing.
But I mean, the thing is, my mom, you know, she never left my dad to it. It was like, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go take the kids, and they both were up until 6 a.m. Like I remember they woke us up that morning, and the sun was coming up. I remember getting home and like crawling in bed with them as they went to sleep at 7 a.m. They'd get a few hours and they'd go back. You know.
I can't talk about my parents or my family without getting teary-eyed. I am my mother's daughter, so I think that sometimes they're hard on themselves, thinking that we sacrificed a lot of our childhood for them to be able to do this. But I kind of think the opposite. When I think back on my childhood, I only have fond memories. I only feel grateful to them for what they did for us. Everything blended. We and our family, it was a family affair. I couldn't leave the kids at home and come here and work. I feel like the connection that my siblings and I have now, I feel like a lot of that came from all the time we spent together in the office in the early days.
I mean, if you think about it, this was a farm. My dad really liked farming and wanted to keep it going, and my mom and dad would be working like crazy in the office. And then the next thing you know, there's you who's giving birth. And my dad goes out there and is helping this you give birth, like in the middle of working. I don't remember this part, but my sister's always referenced that he had a cheeseburger in one hand. So he was helping this you give birth, you know, and had a cheeseburger in the other hand.
Dad had his frozen shows friends always give him toys.
Oh yeah, we had those little wobbly things.
Yeah, the little wobbly scooters.
Another one of our phrases that employees probably heard when we as toddlers were in the bathroom was, another roll of toilet paper, please. That was our phrase. It was like, just say it like that.
Toilet paper, please.
Another roll of toilet paper, please. And you just chant that out. You had no more toilet paper, and then someone would bring toilet paper.
I remember getting
And you got food stamps all the time because Grace made sure it's fast enough to run, but not coordinated. So she'd be like, running. I'm gonna go in this room, and just turn and be like a foot too early, and she'd go, boom. I bet people working early on like, what is going on? Like, so she'd have a blue bump on her forehead, so we'd call her Rhino. We'd call her Rhino.
Do you remember when photo booth came out? We would go on and just take photo booth pictures, twist our face on their computer, like on these websites, all the time. Like in the moment, they were like any other kid, even though their life was quite different than most kids. But I do think that their relationship now is a reflection of all the time we did all spend together building Scentsy.
We don't see lines. Our economic life, our religious life, our social life, our family life is just our life. And that has brought so many like warm blessings to us now that our kids are adults.
I always imagine if I were to go work somewhere else, I'd always say, something I've learned is to work like your parents own the place. To me, it's there's a legacy that my parents built. There's a there's people who depend on it, and I've grown up to see that obligation to work harder than I could in anything else, because they worked so hard to build it.
Scentsy is family, and because we grew up with Scentsy and that's such a core type in our life, I feel like all of us have a appreciation for it and a duty to it. The work-life balance part, I've got down a little bit more than my dad. I think what's been fun is, as each of us have kind of, like Mary is not here because she is about to have a baby. We're kind of all are stepping in, stepping up whenever we can. So, and I think it's kind of fun because we're in the same phase as my parents were when they started Scentsy. And so we're kind of seeing exactly what it was like for them to juggle kids and try to contribute.
Could I go back at the puzzle? Solving our debt puzzle and our business puzzle was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, our kids look back at it with fond memories. We look back at it with fond memories. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Whoops. I don't know what else we got on here.
Oh dear. Oh goodness, that was so good. I hope you all could hear it okay. If you had troubles hearing it, go to the YouTube channel and you can listen to it. But one thing that really stood out to me, so I'm in Utah, and when I signed up, I really had no idea that they were running out of a shipping container. I really didn't know that much about the company. I guess I should have known, but I just remember Orville and Heidi working so hard. I knew their kids were there with them at work every day, and I just admired their dedication. I had no idea the financial strain that they were under and the pressure that they felt and working all night long. And when I found out the whole story, I just have so much appreciation and just admire them because I never heard them complain. I never heard them say they were tired. They were always just so positive and so motivating that it's just Orville and Heidi. It's how they are. I remember Heidi sharing that first summer as they were building the business, and she said she started crying on the way home from working one night, and she said to Orville, didn't even get to see a sunset this whole summer. And that was one of her favorite things, was to watch the sunset. And I was just like, wow. I mean, I think we were all kind of caught up in the excitement of Scentsy. We were all working hard.
Yeah.
Us three had young kids. We were trying to make it work. We were trying to balance life and kids and work and all the things. But man, I had no idea that of the struggles that they were going through. And I want to know from you, Colette, how did you feel when they drove away with your baby? Like all the hard work that you put into the beginning of Scentsy. I can't imagine what you must have felt.
It's been seriously the coolest journey of my whole life. And I just am so humbled and so grateful. My heart, like, there's no way to describe the gratitude for Orville and Heidi and all the people in the beginning. Heidi's sweet mom and dad, Alice and Fred, and their kids. And there were a lot of consultants, early consultants that went in and helped pack and get things, orders ready and stuff, that were working for free to help this go. Like, each little consultant that joined, I'm like, oh my goodness, like, they believe in this too. Like, it's just been so fun. And I do remember when they came and picked up all the stuff. You see it in the ocean container in the sheep farm, all the little buckets and stuff. And I honestly knew that this little baby of Scentsy was going to have a way better life with them in charge. And it certainly has. There's no way that Kara and I could have done what they've done. And a lot of times you sell a company, and to the like old people, they're like, see you later, but I was so excited to be able to join as a consultant and still be part of this amazing company. And really, my Scentsy friends are my family. Like, we are a family. And just like all those people sacrificed in the beginning, and especially Orville and Heidi, their dedication and love and commitment to Scentsy and their whole entire family. I remember him saying early on, we could do Scentsy like on QVC or put it into like Costco or, some different route of marketing. But he said, I want to do direct sales because I want it to be around for generations. And how cool, you guys, like, we're a generation, like our kids that only knew Scentsy are now, this next part of Scentsy. And it's just so fun. I have the 5 daughters, and having them come and say, like, I want to become a consultant too. And working it together as a family, like, on the consultant side of it, that's just been amazing. And yeah, it's just, there's no words to say. Like, my heart's just so grateful for everybody and for everything. People will say thank you, or I hear them tell Orville and Heidi thank you too. But the cool thing about it is all of us working together is what's really made Scentsy what it is today. And I'm so excited for what the next generation, what we get to do with it, and what will come of it. Like, there's just so much opportunity still. I'm so excited. So
yes.
Anyway, yes.
Yeah. And I just think it's so cool how many companies have a founder that, let someone else lead the company, and they're still a part of it. I mean, Colette is out there doing parties, she's doing shows, she's doing fundraisers, all the things that we do as consultants. She does them, and she does it well. She does it very well. And it's just so inspiring to see her and her daughters like all work a show together. It's very, very cool to see what Scentsy's created for all of us.
That's what I think with Nicole and Julia too, and Orville and Heidi. I'm like, you know what? It's so fun to see this whole generation and what I've learned from them, not only Scentsy wise, but family wise, and every aspect of my life. And see Nicole's family, now her daughter is part of it. Like it is truly something that is way more than wax and warmers. It's just so special. And yeah, I just I can't believe we get to be part of this little thing called Scentsy, and so proud of Orville and Heidi.
Yes.
And yes, just so excited.
Grateful. Julia, sorry we didn't, we can talk.
Oh, I was enjoying listening.
Yeah, we want to hear from you, Julia, because I know you have a lot to share from the beginning days.
Well, for me, the thing I was thinking back today, one of the things I found, I don't know if you guys remember this little magazine that came out way back. I was trying to find a date on it. It doesn't have a date, but it had to be like pre-2009. And it's just all about Scentsy. And there was an article in here that references Nicole and mentions me, and kind of talking about how the family aspect of it. And personally, I mean, Nicole and I didn't really know each other all that well before Scentsy. She would call and talk to her brother, and I'd be like, oh, hey, tell your sister hi, and then one day I remember Brett's like, how's my sister doing? Because she was always calling and talking to me about Scentsy, and just, it kind of helped us develop really a friendship. And I really am grateful for that. The other thing I was thinking about was I've had over the 21 years, people say, oh, you're so lucky you started when it was just starting. So, that had to be such a benefit. Well, it wasn't necessarily easier because there was no brand recognition. And so you would start talking about Scentsy and people were like, what are you talking about? What is that? They just didn't get it. And so people were really hesitant because they're like, this company's not going to be around in 2 years. And so there was that obstacle. And I remember one day in Texas, I was driving, and this was probably about 2009. And I was driving, and I drove by our local Walgreens, and it had this big marquee with a little electronic sign, and it said, love Scentsy, come check out ours. And I remember being floored. It was like, I immediately, took a picture, sent it to the home office. I'm like, can they do that? But it was like, we've arrived. That was the moment. It was like, okay, if other people are trying to copy what we're doing, this is legit. So that's always really stood out to me.
Yes. And I remember going to help Julia with one of her shows. And remember, we didn't have electricity, so we couldn't plug in our warmers. We were in like this dirt field. It was just, or was a parking lot. And I'm out there spraying room spray, trying to attract everybody in with the wonderful fragrance. And, they're just, to me, that was such a special part of the beginnings, is just trying to figure things out. We didn't have a training center. We didn't have anybody telling us, how to do it. We were just trial and error.
No,
we were sharing with each other.
Yes. Yeah, like no like business cards or I was so excited when they got an actual catalog, because before Heidi had made like a little flip catalog with photos in it of each of the warmers that she had taken pictures of. Like, that's what's so cool, is it wasn't like a whole big years and years to like launch Scentsy. I mean, they launched it out of the sheep farm and everyone's heart was in it so much that it just couldn't help but be a success. It's just such a blessing.
And I love that Orville, he didn't want to give us a script, because I had never been to a Scentsy home party. So my first one, I was like, oh my gosh. And I didn't know Colette until the first convention. And, it was just so crazy. I was like, I don't even know what to say. And he wanted us to make it our own, like, to use our own personalities and share the fragrance, share the warmers, and not a certain script of what we had to say. It was just making our own. And it still is that way.
I had, that reminds me also, one of the first parties I did in Texas, this lady came up to me after, and she ended up being one of my first recruits. She said, "Don't take this the wrong way, but you didn't really do anything, and all these people want to buy this product." And really all I did, I was like, this is so simple. You plug it in, you turn it on, you drop in some wax. And at the time, it wasn't even cubes of wax. It was the brick of wax. And so you just put the whole thing in there. And she said, yeah, don't take it the wrong way. But when I saw that you didn't do anything, I said, I can do that. And so she signed up and was a great consultant for a lot of years. But yeah, it just, we didn't have a script. We apparently didn't do anything.
I love it. That was part of like the core values of being authentic and using our story and our authenticity to like share, because maybe the way Nicole does something or the way Julia does something, I wouldn't be successful that way. So that's part of the magic of Scentsy, is taking what works for you and what you are good at and like shining in that way. And I love that, like you said, he did that in the beginning of like, hey, no script, like you be you, and it's been successful that way.
Yes, yes. And I love the fact that in the beginning, we all were so excited to share ideas. Like if something happened, like if we had success with a basket party, that was like my thing, was the basket parties. And, we were just so excited to share. And I feel that's something that's really special about Scentsy is, as consultants, we want each other to succeed and we want to share and support each other. And I don't think you have that in other direct selling companies. You're more at competition with each other, but that's just not how Scentsy is.
Well, and early on, they kind of labeled that as Scentsy Spirit. And
yes,
it's so fun. We still, like, people at convention or around, they'll yell Scentsy and everyone else yells Spirit, like it really is a unique company in that we do truly care about each other. And as we lift and we lift each other, the whole company rises, and I love that too. My best tips and best ideas have been from other consultants and just sharing, and it's a blessing.
Yes,
Sure.
yes, definitely. Well, and going to today, I honestly feel business has changed. I mean, I know everybody's felt it. Business has changed. We're kind of going in a new modern social selling world, trying to figure out our way, figure out the path. And I feel like it's like in the beginning, we're trying new things. We're seeing what works. We're seeing what doesn't work. We're sharing. We're just having fun and being creative and seeing what sticks. So, today I think there's so much opportunity and there's so many different ways. I mean, when we joined, we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have social media, we didn't have, we didn't have text. I mean,
Right.
we're really dating ourselves.
Right.
I mean, things have changed, and I think that's one thing. Advice that I can always be willing to adapt, always be willing to try new things, because, things are going to change. What worked last year might not work this year. And I feel that that's where we really are right now as we're blazing the way for the new modern social selling, with so much opportunity out there and so many different ways you can work your business, and also different ways that people can really be blessed by Scentsy. You can make a couple $100. You can make it a full-time job. Like there's just so many things that, you get to decide. You get to decide what that looks like for you.
True. And kind of along those lines, Scentsy really is such a gift. And in the beginning, it was like everyone I would sit next to, the grocery store, whatever, like I just wanted to share. And I know that if we all do that now and share, and like with this whole next generation coming, and really focus on recruiting, we have so many more years ahead. Like I just, the possibilities are endless. But I love the idea of talking to everyone we know, and really it's just getting the sense under their nose, just like Julia was saying, oh, that was too easy for you. Like you open the testers, let them smell the testers, show them how it works, you know, and then getting them excited about it, and so many new ways where there's like a $9 join kit, and I mean there's so many opportunities for like you said, people who want to build business, want to just do it more for a hobby kind of thing, but yeah, I'm excited to really focus more on recruiting this year.
Yes. And I think too, you know, who couldn't use an extra $500? I mean, there's not one person I could think of that I could ask that would say, no, I'm good. I don't need an extra $500. Like right now is such a perfect time to invite people to be a part of Scentsy. You know, we have all ages. We have the younger ones that $500 a month, that could be a difference between being in an apartment or having a house, or, you know, riding the bus and having a car. Like those are huge things. And we also have people that are looking at retirement, you know, that need a supplemental income. So this is the perfect time to share. And like Colette said, the only way I can recruit is by working my business, is by sharing the fragrance. I can't be like, okay, I'm going to go out on a recruiting mission. I'm going to go recruit people. That's just not natural for me. So as long as I'm working my business, I'm sharing fragrance, getting the testers to people, love creating fragrance experiences and excitement for my customers, then the recruits will come. But I'm not pushy. I just, you know, simply share Scentsy and have fun while I'm doing it. And, you know, they want to do it as well.
Yeah,
but a little extra money doesn't hurt anybody right now.
So true. That's what I've seen with my kids. And I love too how it appeals, like you said, older, younger, male, female, like everybody loves things around them to smell good. And so it never discount somebody, you know, from thinking, oh, they may want to join or be part of this because of any limitation. Like it could be a success for anyone. So
yeah. And I just feel like seriously, there's not one person that couldn't use a little extra money right now. I don't think there's been a time that I've really felt like that in 21 years. Like, you know, the economy, groceries, like gas, I mean, we have it all. So it really is, you know, be open-minded and make sure and, you know, share that invitation. And find your own way to share it authentically. And, you know, the recruits will come and Scentsy will be a blessing to them as well.
Well, and I think not only like money wise, but sometimes the world can feel like a dark and hard place. Mm-hmm. And just sharing scent brings back memories, and it is a fun. Our products are beautiful. This especially new.
Amazing.
Yes, all the elevated. It's gorgeous. Like it's so fun, and you as a consultant can be just a light. Can be a smile. Can just be a joyful place for people in a harder world. So. Nothing else, share the scent and share your smile and share your love, and
yes, yeah, brighten someone's day.
Yeah.
But we do have people looking for community as well. So like I said, maybe money is not their thing, which I don't know how that could be in today's world, but you know, they want that community. They want to belong. And, you know, Scentsy is such a special place. This is a great place for them to land in our community. So really be open and, you know, make sure you're giving that invitation. And Julia, we're not letting you talk again. I'm sorry.
No, you guys are doing just fine.
So my best recruiting tip, like I said, is just, you know, be open, have fun, sharing fragrance, and don't be afraid to invite people to join in with the $9 Smart Start Kit. I mean, that's such a little investment. This starter kit was $299 when I started, and it was worth every penny. We got a lot more product. But like Colette said, with our products today, this new catalog that we just launched it blew my mind. I mean, I think of the first catalog, I should have brought it with me. to show you some pictures. Like, I just have to kind of chuckle, like, how did we sell those warmers? They were so like themed. Like, you know, how do we find people that wanted to decorate with apples or the bird's nest? Like, you know, they were just so themed. And to see how far we've come in the product design and the fragrances that we offer is just really something incredible.
Well, and that goes back to when we first started Scentsy, like we wanted it gift ready. We wanted like something that you could really be proud to give to somebody. We wanted the box to be gift ready, like the packaging to be like quality and ready. And it's just incredible how Scentsy has taken and like even blown that out of the water. Like it's just, it is something we can be so proud to share. Like people love it. I don't know, the new Solo, I am having so much fun with that. And even the new candles, I'm like, this is a company that it appeals to everybody, and we have something to offer with the diffusers, you know, everything. There's something for everyone. And yeah, we definitely still a product that we are very proud to represent and share.
And I honestly feel, like you said, this is the first time we've have something for everyone. We have a product for every single person. We have kids line, we have candles, we have the Solo, we have the warmers, like we have it all. So, you know, we just need to share it.
So true.
Yes.
So awesome.
Yes. So Julia, do you want to add anything after we're just taking over here?
I would just add on to when you were talking about recruiting, it also reminded me of, unfortunately, this happened. I can think of 2 instances where I did not offer the opportunity to somebody who I had, they may have even purchased Scentsy from me at one time, and I did not offer them that opportunity to join and make that their own business. And they later joined under other people because those other people asked them. And I was like, okay, why? You know, I assumed they weren't going to be interested. And so that was a hard lesson to learn, was that, you know, I need to not assume and just make that offer to everyone. And, you know, then it's on them whether they decide to or not. But it kind of took me out of the equation completely. So don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah.
It's just a no, and it's nothing personal. And that was kind of hard in the beginning, you know, when somebody would say, no, I don't want to host a party, or no, I'm not interested in Scentsy. You felt like, oh, and then it was like, I don't know, at some point realized that it's nothing against me personally. It's no big deal. It's just a no. And it's always going to be no if you don't ask. So I've tried to remember that instead.
Yes, absolutely. And it's heartbreaking if you didn't ask and then found out they joined under someone else. And they're like, why didn't you ask me?
Yeah, it's like, I was right here. I was waiting for you. You know, and that's not how it works most of the time. So.
I love it.
Yes. So we've had a lot of fun watching our daughters like work the business in their own unique way. And I really feel like this is a business that anyone and everyone, we all have our own gifts and our own strengths, which is so important that you do not compare yourself, because, you know, you can't be everything. But work with your strengths that you have and work with what you're passionate about. You know, I think really is something that brings us success. If you're excited and you're having fun, you know, you're definitely going to be attracting people.
So true.
Yes. So we could talk all night.
I know.
We should probably open it up for some.
Yeah. See if there's any questions.
Sharing what you were going to share.
Well, mine was just a signing off. So if we open it for questions, let's do it. If anyone has any questions, we only have a few on right now because time was a little bit mixed up, but
yes. And for those that are listening to the recording, we appreciate you, and we're glad that you were able to join us. For our few that joined us tonight, we are so happy that you're here, and we are very happy to answer any questions that you might have. You can just unmute yourself.
They're all being shy. And that's
Everyone mute yourself.
That would be me, like, I want to talk, but how? I just, while people are thinking, I just want to tell everybody from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being part of Scentsy. It like getting to go to convention. The first convention was in Boise, and I'm so excited next week that we get to go back there and come back to the welcome home and get to see everybody. Whenever I go to Boise, I hope everybody gets a chance to go there some point in your time, because the home office, they truly have our back. Orville and Heidi have all throughout the 22 years made things right. If there was ever anything come up or anything hard, they love us. They truly care about every single one of us. Early in the days, they knew everybody by name. Like, I'm sure it kills them that they can't physically do that, but we really are family to them. The employees at the home office, they love us too. It smells so good at the home office. It's so beautiful. Like it's just such a special, the whole thing is so special. And I just want to thank you for being part of this journey with us. And my biggest heartfelt thanks to Orville and Heidi and to their kids too. They've sacrificed so much and gone above and beyond to make Scentsy what it is today. And I truly love them and appreciate them. And I truly love every one of you and appreciate you. And Nicole is literally my sister. Julia, I love you so much too. Like it's just, there's no way to put in words how grateful that I am. And I look forward to the next 22 years. Happy birthday, Scentsy.
Well, and I look forward to seeing Owen and Emma and Mary, you know, how they're adding their own personality and their own visions into the business today. It gives me goosebumps. Like I'm just so
cool.
excited in their enthusiasm of, you know, where we're going in the future. Like we have never been in a better position to move forward into this modern social selling world and just, you know, grab it by the horns and just go with it and have fun. Like this is, we are ready.
Yeah, it is something
exciting.
special.
Yes.
And
yes.
let's share it and let's grow it and see what we can do the next 22 years.
Yes. And we are Scentsy family, you know, as Colette said, Heidi and Orville and everyone at the home office, like we are one. Everybody has the same goal, the same mission. And, you know, they're supporting us, we're supporting them. Like it really is a beautiful thing and a wonderful thing to be a part of this Scentsy family. This Scentsy community is incredible. So we appreciate you, and we are so happy that you guys took the time to join us tonight. It was absolutely amazing, and we appreciate our wonderful guest here.
And Nicole and Julia,
and
thank
Julia,
you for our video. That was amazing, and all your comments. It's been so fun.
But this is the Scentsy spirit. So, you know, Julia knew I couldn't do the video, so she came on to do our video. We had a few technical difficulties in the beginning, but hey, that happened. So, you know, and Colette, you know, being such a wonderful friend, she's like, I'll come help you. I mean, this truly is what Scentsy is all about. I'm grateful to be here. We're grateful for you, and we're so excited to see where we are all going on this journey. So I'm sorry with the time mix up. I see people coming on now. We started at 6. There was a couple different times posted, but it started at 6. So I apologize if you're just coming on now. You'll have to listen to the recording, but we see you and we're happy you're here. And Julia, thank you for helping us tonight. We appreciate you.
Okay, and I'll see hopefully a lot of you guys. I'll see you two for sure in Idaho, and I hope everybody else that's on the call will also be there. Say hi if we cross paths.
Yes, please do. And if you're participating virtually, That's amazing too. We're just happy that you can be a part of it. I am so excited to see and just experience how wonderful this reunion is going to be. I think it's going to be something very special and very memorable. So
For sure, my girls are excited. They're like,
Yes.
some of them haven't even been to the home office at all. So
Yes,
I'm like,
me
this
too.
is gonna be so fun, like for them to see
yes.
what it is today is just amazing. So
Yes, yes, but I know we went over, we do have the gift to gab. So, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate you, and I hope you had fun on this Spark session. And feel free to reach out. Like I said, if you have any questions, I know everyone was being a little shy, but feel free to reach out to us. You can reach out through Facebook Messenger or just we want to hear from you. We want to answer your questions. We want to get to know you, and we'd love to hear from you. So thanks again for joining us tonight, and everybody have a wonderful night.
yes, love
And-
you and happy birthday, Scentsy.
Happy birthday!
Another 22 years.
Thank you. See you all later.